We have a very full meeting today. I hope we don't go over, but if you have to sneak out, I won't call you out in front of everyone. Now it's time for the pledge and song. I'm going to welcome up Shannon Roberts, who joined our club April 18th, 2024. He's in Community and Social Services, Boy Scouts of America, Catalina Council, and he went to Concordia University.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we do not have a piano today, so we get to do a cappella. So it's My Country 'Tis of Thee, so when you're ready to start, let's do it.
Ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I see. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's bride, from every mountainside, let freedom reign. All right.
You may be seated. And next, I'd like to welcome up for our inspiration, Mitch Pizik, joined our club May 2nd, 2022. He's in Business Services, Business Consulting, Pizik Consulting Group, and he went to the University of Illinois.
Henry Kissinger accurately proclaimed that to be successful, an organization must possess 3 C's: capability, communication, and credibility. By most every member, the Rotary Club of Tucson is one of the most successful philanthropic and fellowship organizations, both within Rotary International specifically and in the world of philanthropy overall. How did we earn this exalted reputation? Well, Dr. Kissinger kind of gave us a clue. With over 230 members and an unprecedented recent growth rate of about 10% a year, we have the resources of time, people, and money to be capable of delivering virtually unprecedented benefits to our community in a plethora of impressive and essential actions, activities, and endeavors. Communication is an essential yet unheralded strength of our club. We have a comprehensive update of recent accomplishments and upcoming events composed for and emailed to us weekly via the Tusatorian. I highly encourage you to read them and forward them to prospective members. We also receive at least 4 additional emails every month providing detailed information about the 152 events a year we hold for the 14 service projects, 10 fellowships, and multiple lunches and additional social events our club now has. I highly encourage you to read them and forward them to prospective members. And we also have written detailed information provided to us on our tables every week of upcoming events. I highly encourage you to read them and forward them to prospective members. And best of all, we've earned unequaled, unsurpassed, enduring, and enviable credibility. We do what we say we're going to do. We are who we say we are. We never compromise on being truthful, bestowing fairness, building goodwill and friendships. Henry Kissinger would be proud of us. I'm proud of us. Everyone knows us is proud of us. You've earned it.
Thank you, Mitch. Who let you sit up here? It's going to be okay. We love you, Dan. Introduction of guests and visiting Rotarians. I'm going to welcome up Brittany Battle, joined May 2nd, 2022. Community and Social Services, Social Venture Partners, University of Arizona. But before she starts, We do have many special guests here. No, I'm not referring to Dave Gallagher, my sponsor, but we do have John Huco here. I want to welcome John Huco and his wife. If you don't know, he is the General Secretary and CEO of Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation. So glad he's here and he comes back to support the Ride to End Polio. Welcome. Hope your travels were safe.
Welcome to all of our guests today. If you were here, we want to celebrate you. We want to honor you. We're going to make a little noise, and I'm going to call your name. So when I call your name, please stand up. And gentlemen also, looking great. I've never seen Bob Logan dressed so nice. I mean, really. So we got a lot of guests today, and we have a lot of clubs with us today. So from Valley Verde Club, Michelle Lewis, guest of Mitch Pisak. Stand up and let us celebrate you. From Vale Club, Kim Adair, also guest of Mitch. Kim? From Oro Valley Club, Leo Lawrenson, also another guest of Mitch. Hi, Leo. From Catalina Club, Dave Gallagher. Where are you, Dave? Huh? And of course, thank you, John and his wife, Marga, for being here. Hiko. We also have a lot of other guests, so be ready to celebrate and honor them today. Mark Irvin's guest, Tom Murphy. Where are you, Tom? Hi, Tom. Another guest of Mark's, Ed Riley. Hi, Ed. A guest of Dorvita Parker, Jeffrey Harris. Where are you, Jeff? Hi. Guest of Glenn Ewing, Winston Welch. Hi, Winston. Another guest of Mark. Mark and Mitch are doing great. We love that. Bill Shaw. Where are you, Bill? Thank you for coming, Bill. Another guest of Mitch, Roger LaFay. Hey, Roger. And we also have Yelena Kota. She's a scholarship student, so lots of love for her. Where are you? There she is. Wonderful. So thank you to all of our guests. We hope you come back and see us again.
Thank you, Brittany. And next, past President Jen.
Hello, everybody. If you would please take a look at your table, and you're going to see a ballot. It was on your chair, but I'm assuming you didn't sit on it. You have 6 candidates. You are going to vote for 3. Today is our election, you guys. This is an amazing slate of candidates. Side note, you need to write your name legibly and also put your badge number on there. Your badge number is actually on the back of your badge. So hopefully y'all can find it. Curtis, can you find your badge number?
9262. Oh, it's upside 129.
You're the
129,
best.
but don't write that on yours.
Okay, but also a side note, if you are a family member or honorary, we're all honorary, but honorary member, you are not able to vote. But please fill this out, and we will be around to pick them up shortly. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. And now I'd like to welcome up Mark Urban, who joined our club March 7th, 2012. Previous member before that, 1993 to 2009. Commercial Real Estate Services, Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. Past president, Mark.
Thanks, buddy. Where is this? There it is. So we have a long and storied tradition with Davis-Monthan Air Force Base at the Rotary Club of Tucson. We always love to extend an invitation to be an honorary member of our club to the commander. And this, during my administration, we recognized Colonel Scott Mills. We've not had a chance to actually give him his badge, his pin, much less his certificate. But since he's a friend, I'm sure he'll forgive us.
We were going for handsome. Not with this mustache. And now to introduce our program, I'd like to welcome up Bob Logan, who joined our club April 6, 2008. Education, University of Development, U of A College Science, retired, went up north, no not, Arizona State, NAU. Oh yes, prize award-winning author. Right, yeah. Club president 2019-2020. Bob?
Keep going. That's good. That's more.
And he looks really good today, and he's wearing SpongeBob socks today. So
Thank you very much. Just like I wrote it. Thank you. Hey, Bruce, I've got the absentee ballots if you want to pick them up. Yep. You didn't vote yet? Well, no, give it to Bruce. Does that mean I need to give you another endorsement? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, folks. Colonel Scott Mills is a commander of the 355th Wing out of Davis-Monthan. And when I put together the introduction, I realized that I've been involved DM50 Mark Irvin, and a lot of people have been involved with the base in a big way, but I figured there's probably a lot of people in this room that are not aware of the scale of the operation out of Davis-Monthan and what Colonel Mills and Chief Becker operate. So let me give you some facts here. Here's what they run and operate. 34 mission partners, 52,000 personnel are under their wing. I'm curious about that. How long does it take to do annual evaluations each year? I imagine a long time. 152 aircraft, 25 squadrons, and $52 billion of total assets out of Davis-Monthan. It's a city in itself. Colonel Mills graduated from the Air Force Academy in 1999. He has 300 combat flying hours during Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom. And with the mission change coming to DM, the A-10 is going away. We're going to become a rescue-type base. I think we're going to hear about that today. Colonel Mills, sadly, I think I'm correct in saying this, he likely will be the last fighter pilot ever to command Davis-Monthan Air Force Base going forward. So thank you for your service there. He chose to stay in Tucson. Usually the term is 2 years. He's staying 3 to help facilitate the mission change. So with that, please give a warm Rotary Club of Tucson to another one of our military heroes, Colonel Scott Mills.
Thank you so much. What an absolute honor it is to be able to be here with you today, to be an honorary member of a club like this, and to look out and after, as he said, I've been here almost 2.5 years now, and to look out into this crowd and see a lot of friends and a lot of connections that we've made over that time frame. But I also see a lot of strangers, so I want to take the time to say welcome and to introduce you to not only myself, but Chief Becker. Chief Becker and I, we formed the command team at Davis-Monthan. I like to think of it like we're kind of married. We see each other every day, and you can see sort of the bad influence we have on each other. About 3 weeks ago, he asked me if I would grow a mustache. Now, I see a lot of distinguished and fine-looking mustaches in the crowd, and these two are not among them. My answer to him was absolutely not. I'm not going to participate in No Shave November. And instead, a young airman from Davis-Monthan, who's 21 years old, he said, he came up to both of us and said, I recently lost a family member to prostate cancer. Would you grow a mustache with me in honor of Men's Health Month for November? And as much as I wanted to say no, I said, absolutely not. I will do this with you. And I say that because I want you to know who Chief Becker and I are. And it's so much more than the words on any sort of intro or the uniform that you see. And my worry is oftentimes that it's tough for you to see past the uniform. You see the uniform, you see a rank, you hear numbers, and that's what you see, and we want you to see us. So to do that, you have to know who we are. Chief Becker and I grew up in the exact same way. We grew up in the military. Both of our families, both of our fathers served in the Air Force. Together, the two of us have about 9 days where we didn't have a military ID card among us. And we joined at an auspicious time just prior to 9/11, which set us up to do multiple combat tours. And we were never in the same place at the same time, but we knew a lot of the same people in those same places. And that sort of set up the way that we see what's important. And I'll talk to you in a moment about the mission of Davis-Monthan, and I truly believe that is important. But what's more important are the people there and the young airmen there. So when a young airman asks, hey, will you grow a mustache? It's no hesitation. Of course I will. Just like there's no hesitation, we had a young mother reach out to Chief Becker directly on Facebook, completely normal, completely stalked him and said, hey, I can't get my children seen at the child care center on Davis-Monthan. Can you please help? And it took him less than 24 hours, and she had all the information she needed. Because the people out there matter more to us than anything else. And there may be 52,000 people on Davis-Monthan, but he and I work very hard to try to meet every single one of them. And that's how we spend the majority of our days. So when you think about the two of us, when you think about Davis-Monthan, my ask is that you look past the barbed wire, past the loud noises sometimes of aircraft approaching, and even past the uniforms we wear, and instead see the two people that focus their day-to-day lives making sure that 52,000 people have what they need to get their job done. As Chief Becker likes to say, we are the least important people on that base. If we don't show up, the mission will still get done, but we're here to make sure they have exactly what they need. Now, you know that the mission of Davis-Monthan is changing. The A-10 has been a symbol of Davis-Monthan for a very long time, and it's been a greatly renowned symbol. My first combat sortie was in an A-10. My final combat sortie was in an A-10. And over the course of that time, it's done great things in many places, but the Air Force is retiring. It'll continue to fly out at Davis-Monthan through about the summer of 2026. So it's not happening anytime immediate, but it is happening within the next couple of years that you'll see the final A-10 sortie flown out at Davis-Monthan. You'll still see the A-10 out at the air show here in March of 2025. It'll still be very prominently displayed. That will be the last time it is featured in an air show at Davis-Monthan. So feel free to go up, put a hand on it, and take some pictures next to it. The question always comes up, what about Davis-Monthan? Davis-Monthan is a large and thriving base, an actual diamond in the rough with respect to the Air Force, and it'll have a flying mission here for many years to come. The mission that currently goes on there is, as Bob said, it's a rescue mission in addition to our A-10s, and we're getting more of those folks, more pararescuemen, more HH-60 helicopters, more HC-130 aircraft as well, all of those taking up additional space on the ramp. So we'll become a rescue wing. In fact, we may be relabeled the 355th Rescue Wing. But that's not the only change that's coming here. You may have seen recently a new aircraft flying over the skies of Tucson, a very beautiful looking Gulfstream that looked a little strange. It's an EA-37B. This aircraft is like jumping forward from 1925 to 2025 in the amount of capability that it leapt forward from the EC-130. Now, the EC-130 that you've commonly seen is all about electronic attack. So finding the electronic signals that other people are using, exploiting them, turning them against them. If you've ever played Atari or Pong on Atari, imagine jumping from that to a PlayStation 5. That's what we're doing. This aircraft is the most capable aircraft in the United States Air Force inventory, and the only place on the planet that it is stationed is Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. So it's an amazing thing to have that here and have those folks there. Thank you. In addition to that, you've seen a lot in the news about the Air Force Special Operations Command coming to Davis-Monthan. Absolutely true. We are standing up a new wing at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in addition to the 355th Wing. It doesn't mean that we're becoming an Air Force Special Operations Command base. In fact, it just means that there'll be a new partner, much like Air Force's Southern that you hear about. They'll stand this up and bring not only personnel, but, as I like to say, lots of money to the base itself. They're bringing out an entire wing, multiple squadrons, new aircraft such as an OA-1K, which if you Google, you're going to think it looks like a crop duster, because it is. It's an amazingly capable and small aircraft that'll be based out of here, in addition to more C-130s that'll work as refuelers for our special operations teams. The last part that they'll be bringing in, if you're familiar, we like to talk about our pararescuemen all the time. Our pararescuemen are to make sure that if you ever have a bad day, they're here to make sure it's not your last day and take you home. Our combat controllers are kind of the opposite. They're here to make sure that for the enemies of the United States, it is their last day. And we're bringing in 2 squadrons of those individuals to Davis-Monthan. They'll train here. They'll deploy from here as part of Air Force Special Operations. And again, they'll stand up a lot of modern facilities on Davis-Monthan itself. Now, that's all outside of the 355th Wing. Internal to the 355th Wing, the Air Force chose us specifically to showcase their newest deployment model, which means the way that we move people in and out of Davis-Monthan. We're moving them in and out in a way that we never have before, and when they looked across the entire Air Force and all the bases on the planet, they chose 4 to say these 4 bases are where we're going to start this new model. And we're simultaneously standing up 2 new organizations. One is an Air Task Force, meant to deploy our folks at a moment's notice, and transitioning this wing into what we're going to call a deployable combat wing. And both of those just simply represent the strength and the resiliency of all of our airmen and our facilities out at Davis-Monthan. That's a lot of change and a lot of words and a lot of acronyms that I apologize for up front. But it's just an amazing thing to be able to talk to you about, because as I said, like Chief Becker and I, we don't change. What we focus on doesn't change, but Davis-Monthan is changing quite a bit. If you're familiar with the base, and I hope you are, the base you see 5 years from now resembles nothing of what the base looks like today. So I hope you have the opportunity to come look at it. Hope you have the opportunity to come onto base. You have an open invitation from myself and Chief Becker. We would love to have you out, love to have this team out to show you exactly what we do on a day-to-day basis. I did say that Chief Becker and I don't change. That's because our focus on airmen, that doesn't change, but he and I do change, unfortunately. It's the nature of the business with military roles that we shuffle in and out. I did get to stay for a third year, and I'm extremely lucky to have been able to do that. But myself and Chief Becker will be departing Davis-Monthan in July of 2025. And what I can promise is the folks that replace us will be better, smarter, better looking, but they will still care just as much about airmen and just as much with maintaining the connection to the city of Tucson. So thank you so much for your time today. I'm able to take any question you want. And again, if I talked about anything that didn't make sense, I can definitely deep dive into that more. But thank you again for your time. Sir.
So the A-10, from what I found out from my fellow Air Force guys in the club, carries so much more armament than any other airplane ever. Why wouldn't the Army at least say, you know, we want to keep this A-10 on the field?
That's a great question. So the question was, you know, why wouldn't the Army want to take on the A-10? And it's a great question because the Army has a lot of capacity and capability to do that. The mission of the Army, though, is restricted in terms of airspace to a little bit of a lower airspace than the A-10 can fly in. And their mission right now, as they look forward, they're actually focusing a lot on long-range fires, different types of artillery that they would use in the current conflict, either in the Pacific or Europe. Additionally, the aircraft itself, while an amazing functional aircraft, is quite simply just getting old. And we need a way to replace it. Now, the F-35 is the Air Force's replacement for that aircraft. It's replacement for a lot of different aircraft that are out there. And after having flown both the F-35 and the A-10, I can tell you the F-35 is a fantastic aircraft. Truly a miraculous machinery when you look at everything that it can do. The A-10 did a wondrous job from 2001 until today, and it's still serving in the Middle East today. But it is time to retire that aircraft. I'm a big believer that when the time comes, this is not a decision to kick down the road. We need to make a very tough decision right now and move our people, both our maintainers and our pilots, into different aircraft. Oftentimes you'll hear people say that the A-10 is too expensive to keep. It's not the aircraft, it's the people. Every pilot that I have flying an A-10, every maintainer I have maintaining an A-10 in a way that requires a lot more maintenance, I need those personnel in other aircraft. And again, that's the tough decision we had to make. Great question.
Colonel Mills?
Yes, sir.
So, question and a comment. The first comment is, in all the years I've been involved with the base, many wing commanders have decided to retire here. I know you might be doing something different, but I want the room to know that this guy has chosen to retire in Tucson, and he's looking for work, all right? He doesn't know what he wants to do yet, but he's looking for work. And the question is, the other thing that we always heard about as advocates for Davis-Monthan is the noise complaint people.
Absolutely.
You know, the jets are too loud. Now that we don't have jets flying over, how loud are the helicopters?
You hear them every day, to tell you the truth. The aircraft that we have flying at Davis-Monthan now, not including the A-10, those are the same types of aircraft and the same types of noise signals you'll see in the future. We are conducting an environmental impact study currently. That is a DoD-led initiative to make sure that we can pull together all opinions and issues with respect to any new aircraft coming in here, and that's with any environmental aircraft. Obviously, the noise addition or subtraction is something we want to talk to everyone about. I will tell you that, you know, the A-10 is not a loud aircraft. We still work very hard to not overfly areas loudly. We work very closely with the tribal councils to make sure that we preserve and protect that land, as well as the city of Tucson. Our flight patterns are done so to make sure that we're never flying directly over homes at any sort of low altitude. The hope is that the best thing you hear is a small pitched whine and look up and get a free air show. That's the hope. Sometimes with aircraft emergencies, they do fly lower. Those are for necessity based on just aircraft problems.
Any more questions? Okay.
As part of the civilian population, what can we do to support the base and the airmen, and what are the avenues that we can do that?
So I think if you've listened to me speak a few times, there are 6 words I always bring up, and one of those words is connected. I always strive to make our airmen feel connected with the city of Tucson, and vice versa. I want the city of Tucson to feel connected with us. And when I speak of trying to see past the uniform and see past the barbed wire, that's what I want. And I will tell you the best thing that you can do is come out and visit us. Write me a note, ask to come out, bring out a group of people, either from your business or from this organization, and get to know Davis-Monthan. It's not about what you can do for us, but it's what we can do together. Because we have tons of airmen that want to volunteer and want to be a part of civic organizations. We have airmen that, like Chief Becker, also an awesome guy if you have employment availability. But it's what we can accomplish together that I think is the best. And while oftentimes we get that question of what can we do more for Davis-Monthan, I look at it as what else can we do together? Because there are many civic organizations where we have done such incredible things for the base and for the city, and that's what I'm most interested in. Thanks, man. Yeah, please.
So a topic that's near and dear to both of our hearts is spousal employment. One of the hardest things for a military spouse to do is... military spouse employment. One of the hardest things for a military spouse to do is build and maintain a career. There's a few jobs, think like nurse, teacher, that are pretty easily transferable, but those people are still starting over every time they go. So one thing you can do to help, hire a spouse. Some employers are kind of reticent to do that because they know they may be leaving in a year or two. But hire a spouse, help them build a life, help them build some independence, as opposed to feeling just like a military dependent where all they're good for is unpacking boxes and taking care of kids. So hire a spouse. Say again? We do, yes.
Best in the Air Force, actually. #1 in the Air Force. Jim?
We already said last question, Jim.
You can yell it out. I'll repeat it.
I know you guys have done a lot when it comes to the emotional well-being of your airmen. That's made headlines over time. Unfortunately, losing young airmen with these adjustments. Can you touch on what you guys have done locally here to help those people?
Absolutely. The question was, what have we done to help our young airmen that struggle? My first year, we lost 7 airmen to suicide. That's just an incredible number. And it's no secret that the military struggles with suicide, especially amongst our younger folks. And that's not just a representation of the military. I think it's a representation of generational changes. A program that we started here was, I wish I could say it's groundbreaking. We didn't start it. We instituted a program that's called ASSIST, Applied Suicide Intervention Skills Training. And the best way I can break it down is it just teaches you how to talk to another human being. As strange as that sounds, that is a skill set that our young airmen did not have. They didn't know how, when they saw someone that was hurting, they didn't know how to ask the question, how are you doing? And actually listen to a response, and when the response was not good, what to say next, how to evoke that next question, how to take that conversation forward. We're great about taking care of our others, except when sometimes you put someone on the spot and say, I need you to take care of me. So we put a lot of folks through this training. In fact, we started leading the entire Air Force in sort of a resurgence of this program. I offered up to fly our team out to any base across the country, and we had about 5 or 6 bases take us up on it, who trained hundreds and hundreds of folks on this. And again, as simple as it sounds, talking to another human being, it was life-changing. And I saw the training, and Chief Becker and I got to watch the tough conversations that were part of the training and the tough conversations that have ensued since. But so far, just on our base, they track over 500 saves in terms of people that were really going through something hard. To which, to us, maybe you would look at and say, well, that doesn't sound very hard, but sometimes to a young 17-year-old who it's their first time away from their family, it became a life-changing moment. And these folks that were assist trained stepped in and said, hey, it's going to be okay, that you are going to be okay. You're absolutely right. It's a topic that's near and dear to our hearts, and it's something that we talk to our airmen about every day. This morning, Chief Becker and I spoke to a group of about 50, and we talked about airman suicide and how drastic and devastating that impact can be. The loss of an airman, the loss of any team member, as you're aware, can have on an organization, especially one as large as ours. Thanks, Jim. Great question.
He's going to be signing a book, Amazing Airplane, that is going to go to our Make Way for Books library, that we continue to support literacy in Tucson. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know if everyone knows, but this is our first meeting since Veterans Day, so I would love, if you were a veteran, please stand up. I want to thank you so much for your service. My other hat is I get to play at the YMCA, and they pay me to do it. And we know at the YMCA, families serve too. So thank you to your families too. And Chief, if you can pass the background check, let me know. The Y is always hiring people. Come on, that was a little bit funny. Just a little bit. There we go. Whew. Every time Mr. Wood talks, you guys just get tougher. I don't know what it is. We have some club business. Is that okay? Can we do some club business now? Man, you tough today. Come on, can we do some club business? We got some birthdays to celebrate. All right. First, we have Judy. Birthday is October 30th. Joined October 1st, 1993. Right? We get that right? Yes. Consulting health management, retired. She went to the University of Arizona and University of Minnesota. Something you may not know about Judy. She is a self-proclaimed geek. She has a collection of over 1,000 science fiction and fantasy books in her home library. The mic is yours, Judy.
I bet you didn't know I was such a nerd, right? I'm going to change a little bit of what I was going to say because of these guys. But I will go back and say that I've been a member of this club. When I first was introduced, Don Shropshire was the club president that year. So I've been around this club for a long time, and for those of you that haven't been around as long, I want to urge you to stay connected because it's really worth staying with Rotary for the long term. But what I wanted to say more than anything else is I have been married for 57 years. And the guy I married was a lieutenant in the Air Force when I met him. Wow. And I was a Air Force spouse for 4 years during the Vietnam era. And I really get what these guys are saying about being part of the Air Force and being an Air Force spouse, and want to really say amen to everything they've said about giving folks a job when they get out, giving spouses jobs, and that's really it. So amen to them.
Thank you, Judy. It is all about the people, and you never know what battles people are fighting, right? And slowing down and a smile and being connected is important. Next.
I forgot about this.
You spelled my name wrong, but that's okay. We'll get that fixed. Thank you for your donation. Next, speaking It's All About the People, Dan Square. November 23rd. Joined August 2nd, 1995, finance, securities, Tucson investment planners, went to Keene University, Missouri State University.
It's a university now. When you went, it was North State when I went.
We want to get him off the stage as fast as possible, so let's get through this. Something you may not know about Dan, and I had to do some research to get this because he didn't give us any, but he actually went to Keene College to get a master's in maracas, so we're really excited that he's here. So, Dan.
There we go. I get 60 seconds? Okay. Good afternoon, Rotary brothers and sisters. I joined Rotary in 1995. My sponsor, Ernie Smith, sat me at the rowdy table, and that was 29 years ago. So I know nothing but this. The club had me through my second divorce, a brain tumor, and I found my girlfriend, Vicki Jacobs. So I want to thank the club and celebrate my 74th birthday. What the hell? And President Curtis, you're the greatest. Here's a check of $100 for J. Ted. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. So that's who we have to blame that got you started at the rowdy table. Now we know. That's good. Next, we have Bruce Tunzi. His birthday is November 24th. Joined our club December 1st, 2008. Insurance and risk management, life insurance, Medicare, A to Z. Went to Southeast Missouri State University. Is it university? Is that okay? Okay, just making sure. Something you may not know about Bruce is recently they adopted a new family member. And that's Freddie, and Freddie looks pretty cute. Bruce, all yours.
Thank you so much. I just want to say thanks to all of you here in the club for your friendship, for your business. Specifically, vets, thank you for your service. And then just extend best wishes to all of our Rotarians in the ride to end polio for a safe and fast ride on Saturday. Thank you so much. I've got a check for Matt Blair's ride to end polio. Thanks.
Thank you, Bruce. And now we get to introduce some new members.
Over here.
I think we are starting with that. Thomas
All right.
Robertson joined March 31st, 2022, financial advisor, Presidio Group Wealth Management. And he went to?
The University of Arizona.
That's right.
All right, so this young strapping man next to me is Zach Tavel. He's a Tucson native. He also went to the University of Arizona and Rincon High School. He's a proud husband and father to 3 amazing children. He's a partner in his family's real estate business, and he also is a partner in a real estate development and sales team. In his free time, he enjoys spending time with his family, playing sports, hiking, swimming, traveling, reading, and annoying the crap out of me. Everybody give Zach a nice, warm Rotary welcome.
And we have another new member to introduce, and Larry Adamson, who joined our club November 1st, 1971, Legal and Estates and Trusts, Duffield Young Adamson, PC. He went to University of Arizona, USF, New York U, and he's a past president 1985-1986. Larry. Maybe. We'll see.
Testing.
There we go.
Dervita Parker. Parker Harris. Former Rotary Club member, Tucson member, Major J. Parker. Had 3 children, 2 boys, and the middle was this girl, and she was something. Dervita moved in 2019 from the Washington, D.C. area with her husband, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, stand up again. To take over her dad's business, JP Industries. First as the operating officer and then in CEO in 2020. It's interesting, JP Industries provides a great service in our community. As a nonprofit, it fulfills the important function in the community that it provides people with significant disabilities with employment. And 75% of their direct workforce is people with disabilities. More than 190 employees with disabilities provide maintenance at Colonel Mills, Davis Mountain, at Fort Huachuca, Border Patrol Tucson headquarters, and Border Patrol facilities all across the southern Arizona border. As CEO, she has high demand quality workers for her staff, even if it meant picking up a scrub brush and showing them how the job's to be done. During her tenure, she has greatly expanded the number of staff from 140 to now 255 employees. As an Army brat, born in Houston, Dervita is well-traveled, having lived in 14 different places, including Korea and Germany. Her interests are many, including line dancing, roller skating, collecting unique wine glasses. For high schoolers, she choreographs dances and teaches etiquette. And did I mention bowling? She has several 300 games. I present to you a mover and shaker, the CEO of JP Industries, our newest member, Dervita Parker.
Thank you, President Dawson, family, friends, and my fellow Rotarians. It is such an honor to be a part of this organization. I'm very proud to be here. I want to thank you, Larry, for walking in the neighborhood and finding me and making me a potential candidate for this organization. And I really can't even explain how happy I am. There are people out here and in this organization that are magnificent, and I hope to get to know each and every one of you. And it really touches me that you all are out there to give back to the community. And I want to give back to the community as well. I know my father was a Rotarian. I know I won't be like him, but I guarantee you I will at least try. I also want to thank Carolyn Harris. Never met a lady like her. She has really just enlightened my life. She sends me emails every week. She wants to know how I'm doing. She tells me how she's doing. And she was so kind, even when she had her surgery, to continue to reach out to me to see how I was doing. So I am very grateful for you, Charlotte. I'm sorry, I said the wrong name, my apologies. But she has been amazing. And thank you all. And again, I hope I get a chance to meet each and every one of you and to continue to enrich others' lives. Thank you.
And next, I think we have a Paul Harris presentation. Joe Danishevsky.
Well, if you're going to do Joe D, do it right. Who am I? Joe D. There you go. And I'd like to welcome today Rabbi Stephanie, and we have a special Leave a Legacy to our International Rotary Foundation. Today, fellow Rotarian Rabbi Stephanie Aaron, who is a third-generation Rotarian, is honoring her 3 granddaughters, each with a Paul Harris Fellow. We have Josephine, yes, absolutely. Josephine Eve Torr, Violet Torr, and Cleo Hazel Torr. Rabbi Stephanie will present them with their certificates and pins in the near future. Let me introduce them to you as their pictures appear on the screen. Josie is a 12-year-old willowy ballerina who is currently in her 3rd season of the Nutcracker. She is a 7th grader at Tucson Hebrew Academy, where she is a straight-A student. She loves dance of all kinds, from jazz to ballet to hip-hop, and she loves to read books of all sorts. She has a passion for Legos and art projects. Violet is 5. She is over the moon about her first violin, which she was just allowed to begin playing 2 weeks ago. She makes quite an intriguing sound at the moment. She is a gymnast and a runner. She just wants to race or play tag. She is a pushover for Paw Patrol. Dress up is one of her favorite activities, with Wonder Woman and Elsa being her current top 2 favorites. Cleo is 2. She loves to swing and climb on her jungle gym and jump on her baby trampoline. She is a bubbly, cuddly, adorable little girl. She loves coloring, especially on herself. She is very into toddler Legos, doing her puzzles and her shapes. Cleo is a chocolate milk aficionado. I'm sure we all agree with Rabbi Stephanie when she shares, we are very blessed. Please join me in congratulating a Paul Harris Major Donor and our newest Paul Harris Fellow.
Thank you, Joe. Brittany?
Ready for a raffle?
I think we're ready for a raffle.
Are you all ready? So we do a raffle each week. We collect some donations from you, And where's Tamara? We're going to have Bob pick the ticket. Yep. We're going to have him pick the winner. We'll have him pick the card. All right, Bob's picking our ticket. Look at him. Look how many winners we've got today. Pick one out of there, Bob.
Okay, see which ones stick to my fingers. I've got 3 left.
Sticky finger Bob. Look at that. Wow. Okay, who's the winner, Tamara?
7, 8, 2, 4, 0, 5.
Woohoo! All right. Today you win $84. So tomorrow we'll bring that to you in just a moment. And the way this works for everyone, 50% goes to the club, 25% goes to the winner, and the other 25% goes into a big pot. So we're going to see if someone's going to win the big pot today. Since our colonel left, let's see. Let's have Curtis pick the card.
Yeah, I'm not sticky fingers.
He's not sticky fingers. All right. He is looking for the king of clubs. Let's see what it is. It's a 7. So not the big pot winner today, but we'll try again next week.
I did get the clubs, though. Yes. So we don't have any fines today?
No fines,
but-
but just a reminder to everyone, we're looking to recognize you. Do you deserve to be recognized? Or is there someone in the club you'd like to recognize? Send me an email, send me a text, pull me aside today.
So no, like, I don't know, past presidents or award-winning authors or anybody like that?
Oh, well, yeah, I wasn't sure he was going to be here today. He hasn't been here in like
we'll
your
save
whole
it.
presidency.
The longer we save it, it earns interest, so it's fine. It's fine. It is fine, yeah.
We'll get it next time. We'll get a slide. I wanted to show his picture up there.
Are you ready, past president? It's on the agenda now. Is that okay?
Next thing?
It is the next thing. Is that good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm taking my stuff because you stole it last time, so. Past President Bob.
Hello again. So it is my distinct honor to announce the 3 new board members. And before I announce the names, I want to give you a little bit of idea about the process. Board members, this slate are selected by the past 5 past presidents. So it is Margaret Higgins, Bruce Jacobs, Jennifer Hoffman, Mark Irvin, and myself. And we also come up with a slate for the presidents. And there's a big process around it. I won't go into great detail, but this is a thing where each president does it for 5 years. So this is my final act. Thank you very much. Thank you. I can just feel the love. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Now, I have to tell you, this slate is an amazing slate. I don't know if you had the same issues that I did in trying to choose who these 3 were. And to the ones that do not get selected, let me tell you, the first time that I showed up on this ballot, I was in the bottom 3. So I didn't make it. So you got a chance. If you're a loser, you're not a loser forever. You're only a loser for till next year. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to announce the 3 new board members in opposite alphabetical order. So our first new board member, please welcome Jonathan Walkup. And our second new board member is Alan Schroep. So he's not at the meeting? Oh, he's disqualified. We'll go with number 4. No, just kidding. And the final board member who has sung her way under the board, Brittany Battle. Please give them a round of applause. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you. You did great. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Announcements. I think you all know that all the events and everything that happen are emailed out, and everyone reads their email. Thank you for that. They're also printed out and on your table. They're on the slide right now. Please check out those events. As Judy said, if you want to be known and be connected, the best way to do that is get involved. So I encourage you to get involved. Second Wednesday, events around town. We need hosts for, right? No, we don't meet next week, right? Our next one is going to be in December. It's going to be December 11th. So if you want to host an event around town, please do that. Right? Yes. Who's attended a lunch? Look at that. They are a blast. And if you go and Mark Irvin's the host, he pays for it. It's fantastic. Actually, that's not true. He made me buy his lunch. Question? Take the and do a tour? I will let Michael, is Michael Guyman here? No, I will talk to Michael Guyman, who's in charge of that stuff, and we'll see what we can do. That would be fantastic. Next, we have some Red Badge member selfies, R1, and that's Jeannie Zita with Carol Saylor. Again, reminder, if you're sitting with someone or you see someone around town and you know they're a new member of our club, introduce yourself, make a connection, take a selfie, email it to myself and Dorina, because we want to make sure they're as welcome and connected as quickly as possible. Next, where is Wilbur? Wilbur has traveled. Not only did he go with someone for colonoscopy last time, but no, wait, that was me. I feel the love. I feel it. But Wilbur went to Athens with Cindy Barbie, right? Did I see Cindy here? She just left? There's Cindy. So Cindy made it back in the country. Hopefully Wilbur did as well. But he had a fantastic time going to Athens. He had his own bed, a fantastic view of the Acropolis from his hotel room, and his shop owner wanted to put him on display. Next, Wilbur, which I don't know how he was allowed to go with this guy, but Wilbur went to Bora Bora with Bruce Jacobs. He had a fantastic time, and made sure that Bruce made it back in one piece. He probably was. And here's a little proof that Bruce returned Wilbur, which is fantastic. So that means I am buying fewer Wilburs now. So the more you can return those, it's greatly appreciated. And Wilbur also went to Minnesota with Jeannie on the next slide. And Wilbur had a fantastic time in Minnesota. It doesn't have to be international. I know some of you aren't allowed to go international traveling, so it doesn't have to be international. And that's Jeannie's grandson in the top right there. Yeah? Oh, and went to Iowa. Wow. So if you want to take Wilbur on a trip and share that with us, encourage you to do that. Take some pictures with him. Include yourself in the pictures. Unless you're Bruce, then we just want Wilbur in the picture. Sorry, Bruce. You're just I don't really feel bad though. Not really sorry. Next, we have an opportunity for some recognition for some matching gifts for Paul Harris Fellows. This is the month we really try to promote a Rotary Foundation. It's not just because John Huco is in the audience, but maybe it is. It's possible. But we want to, this month, encourage you to donate. And at least a minimum donation of $100 will be matched. And thankfully, they did the math for us, so $200 donation would equal $400. A $500 donation would equal $1,000. Is that good math? Where's Peter Bayan? He's the accountant. Is that correct? Whew, without a calculator. Look at Miko. So this month, right, Charlotte? Did I get all that right? Did I get all that right? So this month, encourage you. I know I'm going to make a donation and encourage you to do the same. The work that Rotary does internationally is absolutely incredible. Next, we have an announcement from Dan Cohn. Hey, I know he's wearing a special hat today. There must be a reason for it.
December 15th, we have 8 locations, 4 shifts. Currently, we have 2 shifts open left if you want to sign up to be a Salvation Army bell ringer. We need 2 folks at the bashes on Sunrise and Kolb from 1 to 3 and 3 to 5, and we need some backups. So if you have time on December 15th, we're trying to raise $8,000, $1,000 per kettle in the 8 locations on December 15th, and we need your help. So please come support it.
And if you want to do December 15th, that's fantastic. But I think December 14th is available as well, which is the Saturday, I think.
Oh, yeah, December 14th.
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 Both days is fantastic, but we really want to fill up the 14th first. December 14th. Marsha Crumwater?
Hi, everyone. I'm here representing the Membership Support Committee, formerly known as the Sick and Visitation Committee. This committee has been led by Frank Dahl and Hugh Thompson, who's been involved with this work as long as I've been part of this club, which has been a really long time. along with Waki, Redsar, Sarah Gar, and Roger Harwell. Jeff Ronstadt and I are the most recent additions to this great team. Our club has lots of fun together, but we also care about each other and want to be there for each other during hard times. This committee helps support club members who are dealing with difficult things in their lives, such as serious health issues, their own or a family member's, divorce, loss of a loved one, or other tough times. If this sounds like a situation you might be in, please let one of our committee members, your sponsor, or Dorina know. Whether you would appreciate a visit, phone call, text message, or just knowing that you're in your friends' thoughts, we want to support our Rotary family. We are looking for new members, so if you're interested in joining us, please let any of us know so we can get you involved. Hugh Thompson and I will be here after today's meeting and would be glad to talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia. What that group does is fantastic, and I encourage you, if you're interested, to get involved. In our club, we make strong connections, and we help people feel like they belong to something bigger themselves, and when something's going on, we're there for them, and that committee is pivotal in making that happen. So I encourage you to reach out and get involved. Did we have a car show? Yes. I think, did we sell some tickets? We did. Jeannie, would you like to give us an update?
So I'm very excited to share with you. We're getting very close. The car show is now. Oh, let's try the microphone. All right. Yes, we're very excited about the car show that was held on October 19th. And now that we're 4 weeks past, I just want to give you the update that we hit 24,050 tickets sold, which is 80.2%, and we still have 27 people as of yesterday that this microphone is very friendly. 27 more people that were going to be turning in monies or tickets, whichever. And so we hope to end even higher than that. So the next up, I want to share with you, these are the Club 40 people that in just a minute or two we're going to have, I think we have 94 people on these lists that have a chance to win one of three $50 gift certificates to either El Charo or Harlow Gardens. And then what the heck, we'll just do it right now. Sean is going to draw out these names.
Let's go, Sean.
First winner is Chris Edwards. Are you here?
Nope. No purple.
All right, you'll get one of whatever's left. Nina Traceoff, you are a winner. You may come and pick which one you'd like. Third winner, Jim Woods. Fourth winner, Todd Ackerman. Okay, which one? Okay. And the fifth winner is Angela Moore. So we will get to them, their prizes, and I really appreciate everybody that sold tickets. And then the next two slides, this is the group of 50 top sellers that sold 100 tickets or more. There were 37 of them in the 100 to 249 category, and those that are red were the new ones added since 4 weeks ago when I did a last report. And then the next page are the people that sold 250 plus tickets, and there were 13 of them. So it turned out exactly 50 people when you started at who sold 100 or more. And their dinner has been scheduled. They'll get an invite from Sean and Jen, and the dinner will be held at Cliff Hood, who's also in our club, and Jen's parents' place on Saturday, March 8th from 4 to 8 p.m., and an invite will come. So if you're on either of those two last lists, put it on your calendar now. And thanks again, everybody, for all of your work selling the tickets and for a great car show. We couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you. I'm so glad it ends at 8 because my bedtime's 8:30, so that's perfect. That's no joke. That's a true story. I think we got some happy Jacksons. Mr. Urban, past President Mark, sorry.
So Curtis, pay attention. I've already gotten a commitment from Mitch Pizik and a whole bunch of other folks. We just were out yesterday at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, spent some time, and they've got a cookie crunch going on where they're just delivering cookies to first-year airmen that are brand new on the base. So all the details are they're on the board. They got emailed out to everybody. If you have an interest in baking, and I know you're a baker, Curtis, I just got a commitment from Mitch to do something about a couple days ago. If you'd like to bake some cookies or buy some cookies, the base would love you to do those. If you want to connect with me and bring them to my office, I'll run them all out to the base. But it'd be a kind of a fun thing to do over the holidays. And again, we just heard it yesterday, and they would love to see it. Thank you.
Thank you.
If Mitch donates cookies, are they going to have whiskey in them? Mitch?
I mean, I do, I'm a baker, but more bread, Mark, so I have to sweet talk my bride into doing the sweet ones. But we have one more, Happy Jackson.
Well, I can't compete with whiskey cookies, but I'll try. So, hey, I'm excited to invite you all to a special event that my team is hosting here on the 7th of December over at Trail Dust Town from 10 a.m. till noon. We're going to be partnering with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Rob actually just ran out on me, or I'd have him stand right now, just to pass on a little bit of holiday cheer to our local community. There'll be free cookies, if you'd like to grab some there, or cocoa. We've got Santa there and tickets to the events as well that we'll be giving away. I encourage you all to come. Bring your family, bring your spouses, bring your employees if you'd like to invite them as well. I've left some flyers on the tables if you'd like to check that out, or I'll be standing here after the event if you'd like to ask any questions then. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. And I just wanted to make sure we let everyone know that Frank Dahl had a heart attack and he's recovering. Thankfully, he's recovering. So if you know Frank, please reach out to him. And probably our next meeting, we will have some cards that go around for that. But thank you for letting me know, Faye. Thank you all to our virtual guests for coming today, and hope you enjoyed the meeting. Welcome to our guests that are here. If you want to join, what I say next is the truth, John. If you want to join the best club in the world, please ask. We will get you hooked up to join the club. At your tables, there's scholarship cups, and there's even a QR code to donate, and those cups to help support our scholarships we give to Pima Community College and University of Arizona students, and we will have one here today, so please encourage you to support that. Thank you to Colonel Scott Mills for the presentation and getting your honorary membership. Let him know I said that. Perfect, thank you. Happy birthday, Judy, Dan, Bruce. Dan won't be up here with me again my entire year, so that's fantastic. I mean, I'm really sad. If anybody would like to make a little donation to get a dessert, because your sweet tooth hasn't been fixed yet, please come up after the meeting and give some cash. Welcome to the club, Dervita. Welcome to the club, Zach. Congratulations, Rabbi Stephanie, on your granddaughters. Right there. They are adorable, and I love the descriptions. It was fantastic. Congrats to our new board members, our new directors. You won't be a director during my year as president, so lucky you.
Smiling, look at that. We have 3 Curtis heads left, if anyone wants them.
Next week is November 27th. It is the day before Thanksgiving. I talked to someone recently. They didn't realize that Thanksgiving is the 4th Thursday every year, but it is the 4th Thursday, and it is a little bit later this year. I hope everyone has a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday with friends and family. Our next meeting will be December 4th, and it'll be our District Governor, Sue Archibald, will be here. Have a fun, safe holiday, and Mitch, are you ready to toast and adjourn?
Some people could be given an entire field of roses and only see the thorns in it. Others could be given a single weed and only see the wildflower in it. Perception is a key component of gratitude, and gratitude is a key component to joy. Cheers. Cheers. Happy birthday, Judy.
Curtis heads at the Sergeant in Arms table. We have 2 left. 2 Curtis heads left.